All right, hey, brothers and sisters, what's up? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. And yes, we are going to take this to the live, all the way live. Y'all know what time it is, all right? And it's time to keep some stuff real, all right? I really want to see, all right? And so, for the time being, let me see what I got going on. Hold on. Let me do this from another place. All right. So, this is going to be a call in. All right, this is going to be a call in. So, for those of you that are interested in participating, throughout this, please feel free to call in. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and all the rest of this stuff. Now, I want to talk about and address everything that's going on. All right, we're going to deal with thing. Okay, so everything that's going on. Well, what's really going on? What does the news say? I've been running across a serious problem. And that problem is that the people making the most egregious comments on Facebook and YouTube about in disagreement with the people, that's actually done the research. Okay, I want y'all to understand. So yeah, people that's actually done the research. All right. And in doing the research, hold on for a second. How come I can't get back to where I'm trying to go? What phone am I on? Okay, on the wrong phone. In doing the research, all right, people are coming up with some just really serious truths about what's really going on in the United States. All right. And basically, what we're dealing with is the really co-opt of knowledge, the takeaway of knowledge. In the United States, such is the media and the people that are not caping for the community, but for their parties. And I'm going to tell you how this is. These are the same clowns that don't realize that when it comes to our issues, I put anybody that I think is risking our health, well-being, ability to have peace and happiness. I come against anybody that does that. Just a while back, I had to go in on Trump behind the Kaepernick. And some of you that are my subscribers, you know how that went. I stayed on that, and had it not been for this and how the economy a little bit, I would have stayed on it, especially when football season come around. Because I'm not letting that die, just like other things. But I want y'all to understand something. I want y'all to understand something that is very, very critical to how well we are going to do or not do as a community. Because we really, literally do not have much of a community. I'm going to keep it real right now. Most of the dudes drumming up most of the mess are dudes that spend most of the time in their houses messing up, doing wickedness, all right, and oh, trying to get everybody to buy into this black female worship. Oh yeah, the worship is real. All right, the worship is really real. So I wanted to break some things down to you as to what's going on. And again, this is a call in. So how we will do this is those who have the 832 number can call in on that number. All right. And those that got me on hold on. Those that have me on Facebook, all right, those that have me on Facebook and Messenger, Facebook Messenger, y'all can hit me up there. All right. So if you got me on Facebook Messenger, y'all can hit me up there. All right. So as we get into this, there's a couple of things I want y'all to understand. That whatever pattern you follow, as an Afro man, y'all must understand some things. As an Afro man, y'all must understand some things. The first thing you must understand, it seems logical, but it's the hardest thing. Sentient beings, that we rule ourselves, and that we should be the head of everything we survey. Because it is our job to protect whatever we survey. We should not allow anybody to rule over us or think for us. We should not allow anybody to force us into any kind of choices or take our freedom away for us to choose to do what we feel is right for ourselves. So basically, a lot of things have been going on as a result of this stuff. And the longer the doctors talk, the more they start tripping over their own lies. I want y'all to understand something, brethren. The more the doctors talk, the more they start tripping up over their own lies. All right? So, basically, got a bunch of women running scared right now because, let's put it this way, nothing is 100%. But we got a bunch of women running scared right now because they're afraid of just everybody and everything. I want y'all to understand this. They are afraid of everyone and everything. When people overcame the virus, what the media was saying then, this was before the 15th, what the media was saying then, and all this ties in together, the booty worship and all the rest of this stuff. All this ties in, all right? In the beginning, when all this stuff started, the media was looking for people to get immunity because this is how viruses work. If they attack you, this is how your body works. Your body builds up antibodies to everything that attacks you, and you survive. Understand this. Everything, this is how the Most High made us. Everything that attacks you and you survive, the body builds up antibodies to. All right? The body builds up antibodies to. Now, I'm in arguments with dudes that I have way more credentials about this, about the laboratory stuff, about biology, about microbiology. All right? I'm not arguing with my lab supervisors. I'm not arguing with doctors that have a doctorate in microbiology. No, I'm arguing with clowns that didn't even take biology in high school. Oh, they had it, but they weren't there for class because they was too busy out on the quad, with that wacky tobacco. But it is clear that many of the people running around here trying to make suggestions and tell people how to think have no training or studying in any of these matters. What they are doing, though, is they're repeating CNN's headlines. Nope, they're not repeating anything that they read in the articles. They are only repeating the headlines. They looked at the title and think they have common knowledge about what's going on with something by merely looking at the title. So I want y'all to understand this. These are clowns that looked at the title of a news article and then, and CNN is wicked for this and evil, and that if this was against somebody other than the president, they would be sued. And they know they would be sued. They would be out and outright sued. All right. So we got a bunch of these clowns, and some of you brothers, if y'all have any questions kind of related at the layman's level to this microbiology and all the rest of this stuff, this lab medicine, and generally, just general, not into the DNA, but generally how your body works with pathogens and stuff like that, feel free to call in and ask. All right. And those who've seen my credentials, y'all ask. The rest of these clowns, I don't care about what they think, right? But if you have some legit questions and if you have some comments, now how does this tie in? All right. These are the same dudes that tell us that we need to stay on the plantation. All of this is about the plantation. These would be the slaves that would tell Massa, oh, somebody planning a rebellion. We could squash it with the lie. Massa been good to us. We only get one whipping a day. And we get the crumbs from his plate. We's alive. We's alive. Thank God we's alive. I don't want to live as somebody's slave. I would rather die than live as somebody's slave. But apparently, I'm not the only one that has this sentiment. There is millions and millions of Americans, Brazilians, and other people that feel the same way. All right. The problem is we got a festering sore called simps and their BAW God that they worship. And understand this, they don't even worship the whole BAW, just the behind. You know, there's just the hindsight. They don't even worship the whole BAW. Never mind your face, just turn around. Never mind your chest, just turn around. Understand it. This is, and I don't know if y'all realize it, even if it's us, that's kind of a sickness when we can't work, watch and look at a entire whole woman and appreciate a whole entire woman. That they got us relegated to choosing a woman based strictly on her backside. Period. That's it. Just the backside. That's how we choose women now. Just the backside. Not the face, not nothing. This is why the women don't have respect for themselves. And quite frankly, I don't care if they don't have respect for Afro men. Because, see, we got options. But this is the point. The same clowns that keep trying to put us on the plantation and keep us from expressing our options are the same ones that's trying to teach, build up fear within us, telling us we should be scared, afraid, that we can't go outside. Because CNN, the liars, all right, let's discuss how they lied, straight up lied. And they lied by putting a falsehood into a statement that, if written, it could be read as true, but when you hear Trump talking about it, it is not true in any sense of the thing. And you would know that if you would see it in context. But how many dudes went and looked? All right, when I put up the videos on anything, whether it be the BAWs or anything, when I put up the videos on even the Star Spangled Banner, the national anthem, when we was talking about Kaepernick, I told y'all it was racist. Read the third verse. I even put the third verse by itself in it. And then I put the whole song in it. And people still, when it got to that part, bothered not to read it. Why? Because these people are mentally and intellectually lazy. I didn't say that they don't have the capacity to be intellectual. They're just lazy. How do I know this? Because I know that the Most High, when he created us, he said we were good, which means that all of us had the same brain capacity. Now, nurturing, when the BAW kicked the man out of the house, you had a bunch of weak-minded dudes that, if we didn't come in contact with men that said we need to think like men, then we were lost. But a lot of them wanted to stay around their mama, even though they realized that as they were growing up, they're not going to look like their mama. Now they feel it's their job to try to convert us into worshiping the BAW, just like the Jehovah's Witness come to your house and knock on that door. When they see us with another woman, all right, they come to be critical and criticize us for doing what's right for ourselves, while understanding, okay, and this is deeper yet, while understanding, these dudes understand that the BAW is an adversary to good Afro men. They understand this. They know that. Why? Because they're the ones that the BAW call to set up, rob from, take the life of. These dudes know that. So they are the slaves to the behind. The rich ones are the slaves to money, which means they are the slaves to those that gave them the money. All right? And their job is to keep people on the Democratic plantation. Oh, no, don't go thinking too deeply. Oh, no, don't think a lot. Oh, we don't want you to think a lot. Because Lord help you, if you think a lot, you might understand that we're trying to destroy you. All right. So we talked about this vaccine stuff. If you go on my channel or type in my name, Reluctant Nabi, and type up HCG, tetanus laced with HCG, created by Oprah Winfrey and Bill Gates. All right. A vaccine, texting, a vaccine, a tetanus vaccine laced with HCG that they gave to the African women to sterilize them. Oh, don't forget, y'all. Let's get them thumbs up. Tagala, forgot one greeting. Lava soy fua. To my Polynesian brother. All right. If we just really look at it and pay attention to what's been going on. All right, brothers. I'm saying really pay attention to what's really been going on. All right. These people have been trying to control the good through the wicked. All right, seriously. When I put up the video about the Instagram women, so easy are these dudes. Let's see. So easy is it to manipulate the minds of these weak-minded dudes that women could put on makeup and have these dudes give them money and subscribe to them, just showing up and just sitting down in a room and doing nothing. You have black women that have taken our talking points, distorted them a little bit, because they know how to draw it all the way back to them, right? And have a bunch of dudes going over to their channels because they would prefer to listen to a BAW than a man, because if they feel like if they agree with her enough, that there might be a chance that they might sleep with her. All right. But at no point do these dudes, nor any of these females, nor any female on the left, but I'm going to say females on the right too, but I do not trust any BAW that is on the left. Don't trust them, because you can't talk to them. You can't say nothing to them. I sent the woman a whole bunch of evidence about stuff. She said she don't look at nothing from Fox. All right, so she's already brainwashed she's already brainwashed by CNN. All right, she would rather see men, especially so-called black men, not be not masculine. All right. She says she don't watch Fox because it's not vetted. CNN is not vetted. At least, and it is not somebody else's job to vet Fox or vet CNN. It's your job to vet the news. You cannot let any news just go by. You need to vet it, and you need to see what all the people are saying. No, what these people are doing is they're just picking out their person. See, they don't really care about the truth. None of them really care about the truth. They don't care that the lies that they support is destroying the Afro community, destroying the children. They don't care. It's because they despise us as much as the Democrats do that's putting out the mess. Oh, and these simp dudes, they despise us too, but for another reason. And this is something I start to figure out. Many of these dudes are jealous, not that they couldn't leave the plantation. They are jealous that they are still on the plantation and can't leave because they made decisions that now prevent them from leaving. And they acted like the BAW, said, oh, I got all year, I got all day, I can make any amount of decisions that I want. I don't have to worry about nothing because after a while and by, I can just change my mind and come around. But these BAWs, you know, the BAW, you know who, right? They have a knack for bringing utter destruction to anybody that follows them. And by the time you say, okay, now I'm about to turn my life around, you have made so many critical mistakes that they damage your ability to even turn your life around. And what ends up happening is you can't turn your life around because the damage that you have committed was just that great. And then they go and get mad and jealous of brothers who didn't make the same arrows that they do. All right. As y'all know what I'm hunting. Y'all know I'm on the hunt for property. All right. That honestly, that I got simply because I had joined the army, wasn't afraid, and now I could get that VA loan that military people get when their credit is halfway decent. Now I get a better interest rate than other people because my credit is really, really good. All right. Here's some deep stuff. As a result of my credit, well, I spent a lot because I was going to go back to Brazil. And so I bought a lot of the soccer balls and all the rest of that stuff. And so it's just in my room. And so I spent a lot. And then I took a hard hit. All right, when we say hard hit and soft hit, I took a hard hit because, well, in order to get a house and move away from people that I think are going to bring danger to any good Afro men, and a lot of us brothers are getting out. All right, my partner, he's like, you know what? I'm out of here. He said, brother, you need to move. I was like, you know what? I'm right behind you. I went and I started looking for me a house. All right. The thing was, I wasn't trying to pay as much rent as the rent that I'm paying for my apartment. And I may have succeeded. The other thing is I was looking for a place that brothers can meet, and I needed more room for all the stuff that I'm trying to do for all the people in need that I'm trying to do it for. All right, so my credit was good, and I went out and bada boom, bada bing, I'm good. All right, so now I have to be careful of who I let know personally when it comes to where I move to and where I will live. You heard? And why is this? Because when we achieve anything that people think is a great thing, buying a house is no great thing. It is not an investment. Although as cheap as I might get one, it might turn out to be, if I fix it up, better. All right. But it's good. But if I change two things, I can really up the value. All right. And it's only investment only when I decide to sell it. And it's only investment if I can sell it for more than what I fixed it for, minus the interest and all the rest of that stuff. You see, a house is really not an investment. It's a liability that you might have to settle with because you need the room. All right. Now, in saying that, you're going to have a lot of dudes that get jealous at dudes for cars. They get jealous at dudes. Like, say they decide to put their money in investment, like legit investments. You'll have dudes get jealous of them because they made money. Now, one of the things that these plantation workers that want to keep us on the plantation was mad at is, you saw the thumbnail, right? A lot of brothers are coming into their money. They are making good decisions. The other reason I decided to get a house is I think that things are going to happen when I go to the Philippines. That a house is going to kind of be needed. All right. And when I mean things are going to happen, you know, I'm going to say something about this. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to just keep it real. I'm going to keep it real. And the brothers, even the sisters from Brazil, if they're watching this or if they're going to watch it, they know this is the damn truth. Brazilian women make good girlfriends, but the Filipino women, from my experience, from the joy that I see in brothers, from the joy that I see in brothers, the Filipino women make better wives. All right. Same thing with the Brazilian women in that same ilk. So I don't know, right? Or that's as much. That's how I. That's as basic. That's the basic thing, right? When it comes down to it, what I do know for sure, is if a Brazilian woman likes me, she likes me. If a Caucasian woman likes me, she likes me. If a Filipino or Oriental woman likes me, she likes me. If any melanated woman that looks like me, whether she comes from Africa or the United States or Jamaica, likes me, I don't know for sure if she likes me or if she's trying to use me for my resources. Period. Now, I'm saying I because this is based on my experiences. It's also based on what I've seen, and it's also based on what the stats say. So this is how you vet something. The stats say that the BAW is the worst thing for the Afro man in this day and age. The worst thing for us is a BAW for the Afro man in this day and age. She is the worst thing for us. That's what the statistics say. All right? That's what the stats say. Now, what my life experiences say is, dang, those stats are definitely true because everyone I've run across didn't want me for me. They wanted me for resources. However, when I hooked up with a woman that was non-melanated or less melanated in a way of Brazilians, these women actually liked me. Not only did they actually like me, but everything that they did was better than what I got from the BAW. We're talking about in the intimacy program. Oh, and understand this. Understand this. A few of my relationships I ended because these BAW was on that backdoor crap. that they got from their thug that just got out of jail. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm good. Why? It's what they doing now. No, that ain't me. I'm good. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. Then they want to get mad when you don't want to accept that kind of BS. But you know what, y'all? I'm good. I don't want no kind of relationship like that. Never got asked by a girlfriend in Brazil. All right, not by a one that was a serious girlfriend that wasn't a BC. All right, there was one that I was taking seriously, but it ended up being a BC in Brazil because she suggested, "Oh yeah, you want to try this?" I'm like, "Oh, you've been messing with them just wanky Americans." No, I'm good. All right, but for some of y'all that seen the pictures um, of even, oh, okay, that's even the dark one with the brown with the high top. All right, even with her, she was a good one. I wish we could have kicked it better. Had I been able to stay longer than I was able to, I think that could have been something nice. All right. But all the pictures that y'all see me post or oh, for those that know me, for all the pictures that I didn't post all my pictures, right? But for all the women that I was with, there's not, I wasn't lit like 50. There's like 3. All right. There's like 3 that I was really, really serious about, right? They didn't come at me like that, right? The bedroom was good all the time. The bedroom was good all the time. I want y'all to understand. The bedroom was good all the time. And all the time, the bedroom was good. All right. I did not have to worry about, man, who was she messing with before me? Because she ain't just doing this right. All right. I didn't have to deal with, somebody you in a relationship with, and like, oh man, let me just turn over. Now, I rarely had to deal with that with a serious girlfriend here, but I have. I've had to deal with that to the point where I didn't want to do nothing with them. And when I don't want to do nothing with you, what good are you? So, yep, they had to go. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. All right. These are women that don't really care for you, but they wanted to use you for your resources. These women developed these simps that run around telling people who they need to date and who they not need to date. These are people that are right and mad at Kim K and Kanye's relationship, talking about all these millionaires and billionaires. As soon as they get $1 billion, they get with a white woman. But that ain't true. The fact that they are able to get that was because they were with that woman. Because we all know, for real, what would have happened to these guys had they stayed with a BAW? They would have extorted him. They would have had some children, then took his children, and then used the children like you see them doing in Hollywood. Like, you see Michael Jordan, how much he lost. But Scottie Pippen and dudes like him, Scottie Pippen and dudes like him, y'all see what he got. That dude got hoes. Oh, he ain't the only one. Everybody that's dealing with these BAW, everybody that's getting these Insta, you know what they are. All these so-called models. All right? All these so-called models in their witchcraft. Right? These dudes are getting with them and they losing. Because these women are taking them for everything. And then they splurge and then they have nothing. So the women end up with nothing and the dudes end up with nothing. All right? So it just ill. What it ill? Y'all better understand some things. Hold on for a second. All right, so this is what's going on, right? Now, at this moment, if somebody would like to call in, feel free to call in. But whilst y'all doing that, I will go through and read some of the comments and see what people are saying. Okay, so what's up, Rolando G, David Bowman, Antonio Johnson. All right, hold on. Okay, hold on. Who else is on here? Let me do it like this. I'm trying to read all this. Okay, Rolando, David Bowman. Let's see. What's up, Terrence James? Oi, Francisco. Hello to the bang. Antonio Johnson. Daniel L. Tyler Wilson. What's going on? Simplified Texas Marine. Hey, the Melanated Square, what's going down? $3 Assassin, what's going down? All right, so this is basically where we're at, right? And so, one, you can't believe what you hear from out of the news. You got to vet it. But it is time for us, like, I started listening to my brothers, and I'm starting to really create separation. I'm moving because it is just time. I am moving because no good needs to be around what's left in these apartments. I am moving because I see nothing but adversaries where I'm at. Period. All right. Let me take the moment to say this. Also, before I forget, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe. What else? Thumbs up, subscribe. Oh, and share the videos, right? And any donation above $15 will get sent something. But let me remind you to send me your address when you send any donation that's $15 or more. Send me your address so that I can send you something, and send the address to my email. It'll help in the subject box if you put address. You know, when it says no subject, put address up there so I can find them easily. All right, but send them to my email. You know, the refugetemplenabi at hotmail.com. All right, so brothers, this is what's going on. This is what's going down. These women have absolutely no reason to respect the simps. They should respect the good man, but they're not going to, because they only want the simp. They want somebody that they can control, right? The simps, out of jealousy, all right, they have no love for us either. All right, They gather together as minions, and their job is to keep everybody on the plantation, right? And I mean, in every aspect of it, they want us to eat plantation, think plantation, be plantation. The only woman for us is the plantation woman, but she's busy getting it on with massa. And massa is anybody that is not melanated or that is not a male. You understand? And these are the same ones that will complain as to why life is so horrendous for them. All right, these are the same ones that will complain as to why life is so horrendous for them. Why is life so horrendous for me? How about you sold out the good men? How about you never cared about the children? That's going to be another video, right? But let me just say this. When I see things, I see that these women care more about their present time fun than the damage they are causing to their child's future. Many of these children are not going to have a future. All right? When we look at everything, you're wasting your breath to even talk to one. Understand this. I could go to Brazil, have conversation. I could go to Brazil, have a conversation with women, a group of them, and because I, a man that is speaking, and they understand that I have some knowledge, they listen to me. And they listen. And then we have a conversation about what I was talking about. A conversation. Nah, you don't get that here. Nope, not gonna get it. And you know why? Because the truth in and of itself and good in and of itself is not respected in the Afro community, because these single black mothers have raised their children to not respect truth, not respect good men, and not have respect for themselves. Children growing up not liking their skin, not liking their hair, not liking their gender, not liking, period, who they are. I want y'all to understand that. It is so bad that no community can survive that. Period. No community can survive the damage that they've done. Now, having said that, anybody have any comment? Anybody want to call in? Let's see. Did anybody attempt to call in? Y'all know I gotta check this. All right. For those that, if you're on my messenger, y'all could call in that way. All right. So anybody want to add to anything that I've said? All right. If no one has anything to add, all right, if no one has anything to add, I would bid you adieu. Adieu, 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 adieu. Whatever, I'll bid you adieu. See, I said it right that time. Don't forget to share, subscribe. Check and make sure you're subscribed, because they've been deleting subscriptions, and they do this to a lot of people. All right, y'all question everything. When I make videos and I leave my links that I use in the description box, that's for you to do your own research. Do it. We got to stop being lazy. We got to stop being intellectually lazy. All right, brothers, let's stop that because it's not doing us any good. Let's stop being intellectually lazy and let's do what we need to do. All right. Now, for you brothers that's close and that will, once I get settled in the spot, I'm looking to, I haven't really, there's one I'm putting something together with. There's one I'm firing on, right? And I'm gonna have some of the brothers that watch that's going to help me redo some of the things on it, like the bathroom. All right, but it's going to be a place like brothers that is going to be a place where we brothers can get together, and it's huge enough that periodically we could get together in this spot, you know, grill and everything, and discuss issues of the day and talk about how we can mitigate a lot of this damage that is heading our way. Now I'm talking about as brethren. All right, there's a lot of people that have it in for us. We have no friends. We are aware of this, right? So how we mitigate that is going to depend on us getting together from time to time, knowing who's who and what's what. Okay, we got somebody. Go ahead, brother. You on?
Hey, brother. I'm glad you did that. I was going to reiterate that. Yeah, I've been waiting for a long time for us brothers that want to get together to find one spot to get together, because we really need to talk face to face, like the Afro men did in the days of past. Sit down, come to agreement on things, have disagreements, work them out. Just be men amongst men without any female input.
Right. Unless we go out to the club and pick some out.
Take the head and make decisions. We have to get together.
Exactly.
You know, and that's what I've been waiting on, because I noticed some out there in Georgia, and I know there's guys that further away that make it harder to get here. But when we have one definite spot, we can all just know.
Right.
That's it. Yeah, I'm down. Hey, I'll make that drive. You're like 2.5 hours away.
Right, and it'll be enough space for everybody to chill out, maybe overnight, maybe for a couple of days. It's that big.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, it don't matter if it's small. If some of us gotta go stay in a hotel, that's fine. But we know where that one central location is going to be.
Right.
You know, and we need that. We need to all get together, not have you being the go through. We all need to just sit down face to face, young and old, whatever. Just sit down and have them talks. You know, as they would say, as the pork chop preachers say, fellowship.
Right. And that's what we
need that, so we can push further than we are now. You know, have that agenda.
Hey, turn your thing down. The volume on your phone. No, leave it up.
That better?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a little feedback, but we can deal with it.
Yeah, that's it. Remember, we alluded to that a little bit when you was here. Yeah, that's needed, definitely, man. That's needed.
Well, that you were part of the reason that I did. You and my brother Dale that stay around me. All right. And what happened was, my brother was like, you need to move. You was like, man, we need a place that everybody can come to. And I was like, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move and I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. All right, so that's what I
I
just.
remember when I first saw one of your lives, you was in Atlanta at the at JJ's, my favorite spot when I was there.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, man, I wish I could have been there.
You know what? And that might be a thing too. When brothers have time, I could stop through Houston and we all could go to Atlanta and everybody could be there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wish I'd known you were going. And if I had time up, I'd have rode with you.
Right, and that's what we need to get to. That's the point we need to get to, right? Because
Yeah.
there's some younger brothers in Houston that's looking for brothers that have done some stuff, and they're looking for guidance in a lot of stuff. They're looking, having some ideas. They have some ideas that they want to express, right? And so they got some zeal, and so how do you get it directed? You know what I mean? And so yeah, this would be that spot.
Yeah, and that's how it, from my understanding, how it used to be. The younger ones were around the older men getting that knowledge, and that's how stuff got passed down.
Right, right, right. So I mean, so,
And that's how the older cats know what the younger ones are thinking now. Keep us abreast of what's going on. But to know the history and the choices that men have made when they went right and wrong, we pass that down to the younger ones. That's what's not That's not happening now.
right, because you know what? Quite frankly, we have a culture of sellouts,
Oh yeah,
and that's basically what we're dealing with. We are dealing with a culture of sellouts. All right, and that's the culture we're dealing with right now.
when you look at who the idols now, who are the males that they look up to, you like you say, single mothers, nothing positive about them,
All right, here's the
nothing
thing.
respectful about them, even in themselves.
Right. Let me say this, and this is how bad it is. We went from looking up to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, and we're talking about athletes. We're Sidney Poitier, even Bill Cosby back in the day. We went from looking up to them, the dudes that brought credibility, stature, to being Afro men, to having Snoop Dogg sell out Ice Cube, sell out what's his, oh man, I can't even say his name right. Be married to Beyonce.
Jay-Z,
Yeah, sell out
Sean
Jay-Z.
Carter.
Yeah, sell out Jay-Z. Birdman. Who was that kissed Birdman on BET?
Lil Wayne.
Little Wayne. So we went from that to those clowns as the standards of what Afro manhood is supposed to be. No, we got to, the good people got to reject that outright and not let that be for us, not let them speak for us. And so that's that's the message we need to pass it on to the younger brothers, that those dudes don't speak for us. That the younger brothers should speak for themselves. All right, and that's
These young cats have no idea where they came from.
right. But once we start hanging out, they'll learn that. Cause here's the thing, it don't mean. Here's the thing. The history of where you come from don't mean a thing if you don't know the loins that you came from. People keep saying, we came from my mama. No, you came through your mother. You came from your dad. And they stripped that away. And so when they stripped that away, you have no legacy. Positive or negative. Even if it's negative, you can learn what not to be. But you went from having no manhood at all, because that's what the BAWs wanted you to have. No manhood. Why? Because now your minds are totally malleable. Because every man, even the bad ones, will tell you you need to defy these females. Tariq Nasheed is good. He was popular for telling you how to manipulate females. Why? Because he used to be a pimp. See what I'm saying? So he, as a bad example, was telling you, so it doesn't matter what type of man you have, a bad one or a good one. If you have a strong male, he's going to teach you that you need to think like a man and never let the woman have your strength. And that's what these women are afraid of.
And they're trying to maintain this effeminized man, effeminized male who doesn't know how to be a man. They're trying to maintain that and keep it that way.
Exactly. That's why these women want to keep their sons and keep men away from them sons. All right. These women seriously want to keep the men away from their sons so that their sons can never learn to be men. Because if they learn to be men, they're going to rule over mommy.
I'm looking at these thank you commercials to first responders for this so-called pandemic. There is not a man in the commercial.
Right.
Women doing construction, police, fire, EMS. They doing everything. We don't exist.
Exactly. So if they want the job of a man, we shouldn't lend a hand to help them at all. We'll help our brothers, but when they doing a man's job, let them do it by themselves. Period. They want to be the mommy and the daddy, say no to single mothers.
Got on, my daughter stopped. I picked up a handgun. She asked me, she goes, Daddy. She said, I said, what? She said, why were all the men in the last 3 Star Wars movies weak? Even she called that with her way of life.
Yeah. But then look at the choices. And look at the choices these daughters are making.
It's a woman that's running Lucasfilm anyway, so.
Oh yeah, that hates men.
Well, she ain't running no more. They took up all the power. They brought Lucas back.
When did they do that?
Within the last 3 weeks, and he's about to rewrite a streaming version of Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, okay.
He's about to change it.
Yeah, because he's like, y'all effed up my whole vision. Hey, your volume went down, man. No, something went wrong. Hey, I'll call you back. Hold on for a minute, y'all. He was saying something. We couldn't catch it because my phone just decided to act a fool. All right, and if somebody else want to pop in on this, let me know. I'm going to pull over so I can read these comments. All right, go ahead.
That better?
Yeah.
I switched to the iPad.
Oh, okay. So what were you saying?
Yeah. What I'm saying is, how far back did this full-on onslaught from the BAW of effeminizing black males, their male children?
It goes
how
back
far back
to
did this go?
It goes for the BAWs being in on it. It goes back to 70. It goes back to the start of the welfare program.
So like between 65 and 73.
Yeah, between 65 and 73. Because Gladys Knight was singing that song about no welfare. Don't be a welfare queen. Gladys, so, and that was like in the 60, yeah, between 65 and 73. It started then. And all the people that's for the Democrats now saw how wicked that was. And now they're for the Democrats. I'm like,
It's funny.
I don't get it.
That. It's funny because I had a couple of exes contacting me now. One married. I checked her Facebook page. She's full on Democrat, Hillary Clinton, all them women in MSNBC media.
Hey, what's up, Dwight? Uh-huh.
I was like, wow. I mean, but I thought about you like, yeah, these black women were pushing the Democratic agenda. Just don't Trump.
If they put, if they push a Democratic agenda, if they're talking about, oh, we don't like Trump, this, that, and the other, I don't mess with them. Because here's the thing. And you know this, when that Colin Kaepernick thing was going on, I was on Trump like white on rice, and I was blasting him because he was wrong.
Yeah.
All right. I pointed out the national anthem because it is wrong. I don't know why they didn't pick America the Beautiful, but I was on it. I was on him. I was on him because he was wrong. I thought it was so wrong, right? But here's the thing. All right. Here is the thing right here. When Trump's right, I'm like, dang, he's right. Because I'm not looking, I don't have a side. I'm not looking to be on the side. I'm looking to call it out how I see it. When he was wrong, he was dead wrong. And he'll still be wrong on it again when football season come back around and that everybody be happy. No, they won't be happy. Just like I pointed out, the same dudes running around saying Trump is racist are the same dudes. Understand this. They are the same dudes that was against Colin Kaepernick because he was light-skinned over the NFL, who everybody else was no melanin at all. At least Colin Kaepernick was at least light-skinned it. But they was for the NFL that had no melanin. You see what I mean? And against Colin Kaepernick. These dudes were literally against Colin Kaepernick.
But they wasn't against Russell Wilson. They wasn't against Russell Wilson. They ain't against Patrick Mahomes. They ain't against Dak.
Hold it, but hold on, hold it, wait. Colin Kaepernick did some good stuff for the Afro community. I keep saying, if you do something good for Afro people as a whole, these dudes that simp, the NFL is going to gas them up because these dudes are controlled by the media. So the NFL gassed them up and said that this dude was evil. And so now you had people turn on him because the true people that's anti-black, if you want to go there, told them to. And that's the sad part. And they'll call themselves pro. You ain't pro crap. Because when somebody was messing with your football and the NFL owners came out and said, oh, forget justice for Afro people. You was like, these same people that tell you don't get anything plantation related, they're trying to keep you there. Anybody that leaves, they're going to be against. Bottom line.
You cannot step off the reservation without permission.
You cannot. And it's not even permission by them. It's permission. These dudes, they don't have the permission to give. It's their BAWs. Their BAWs give them the permission to not accost you for stepping out. That's the sad part. The BAWs run these guys. That's the sad part. The BAWs run these guys hook, line, and sinker.
So the plan was put in place by the Dixiecrats in the 60s, early 70s.
Yep.
They used the BAWs to implement it full-fledged because they first the kids, the children, and
Yep.
programmed them.
Yep.
And through the 3 acts, especially the fair housing, with the housing, they got rid of the black father out of their home with welfare housing. That gave them free reign to program the boys.
Right. Without male influence.
Yep.
Yep. There it is. To the point where they train the boys. They train the boys and the girls to be the adversary, the enemies of their father.
And by stepping them out, that's how we got all these details up in Congress to help put the laws in place to swing it, the pendulum, in their direction.
Right. Because these black men in the United States vote against their own interests.
Yep. Oh, that's what I tell you. Somewhere, I forgot when, somebody had a billboard up saying Martin Luther King was a Republican.
He was.
And black women went off on Facebook.
But he was. Martin Luther King was a Republican.
They don't know the history.
Martin Luther King was a Republican, and Malcolm's ex, you know the famous quote, he said, anyone that votes Democrat is a traitor to their race. That's a quote from Malcolm X in his speech, The Ballot or the Bullet.
When I saw that, I'm like, y'all don't even, and it was a screenshot of a Fox News that took a picture of it, and somebody cropped it out and put it on their Facebook page. I got it somewhere. I think it's sent it to you. I'll send it to you. I saw that, I was like, wow.
But people
don't even know.
They don't know. They don't know. Martin Luther King was a Republican.
And they don't know the true values of the so-called black race here in America was very conservative.
Exactly. Well, and hold on. But you see the thing that I put up where he said I'll have them Ingers.
Oh yeah.
All right. I mean, and they have no problem with that.
They don't understand that it's not something made up. This is a direct quote
from him. They didn't look at it though. This is what they do. They like la 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 la. I don't want to see that. I don't want to hear that because I'm a Democrat. Therefore, black. I was like, okay, but that's what it is.
If you look quote.
Yep. But they're not going to dig deeper.
They definitely want to scrape the dust off something. So forget digging. They ain't move the dirt away.
Nope. Because at the end of the day, all right, it is what it is. That these women, nor their simps, they never cared about the community as a whole. Period. They don't care. They never did care. All right. All they care about is who's going to get them that wacky tobacco so they could smoke it up. And all these, and talking about it's an herb, but you're going to put it inside a cigar.
Now here's something that's been on my mind. Just hit me for smack in the face. I know in a Birth of a Nation, it shows how they pick certain black male slaves to become the preachers to preach their word to the slaves to keep them docile.
Right.
The rise of all these mega churches with these black pastors, black bishops, to me is almost the same thing because all of them swing Democrats.
Right.
And they have these huge congregations, even beyond their city and state, that listen to them, that they influence to keep voting Democratic.
Right. But here's the thing.
That's why they're so mad at these few now that have went up there and they going with Trump.
Right. And like Steve Harvey. And Steve Harvey lost credibility everywhere because, one, everybody that went up there, Steve Harvey was friends with Trump before he decided to run, right?
Yeah, way back.
But here's the thing, and this is the mistake Steve Harvey made. Oh, it's cool. The mistake that Steve Harvey made was this: that he never was a man to stand up to his decision. So he lost credibility from everybody because he didn't man up. He should have been like, F you. This dude, look, I'm trying to do something for you. Speak on your behalf. And now ain't none of them getting crap, and they don't deserve crap. We as a community don't deserve anything. I'm just keep it real. Can I keep it real? We don't deserve a damn thing, right? And the reason why we don't, because all the people that tried to give us the warnings, we kicked to the curb. All the people that was trying to tell us what's going on, we betrayed. We as a community stabbed so many people in the back, it's ridiculous. And I'm talking about us so-called black men's. Stabbed people in the back so hard and so much that it was pathetic. All right.
Yeah.
And so every good person, every person that tried to do good, stabbed them in the back.
I can 100% agree, because before I started learning more, seeing more, understanding more, I was on that side. Stuff didn't make sense to me, but I wasn't digging deep enough to understand why it wasn't making sense to me. It stuff made sense by what I was taught, but it didn't make common sense. Like, wait, okay, that makes sense, but wait a minute. That 1 and 1 ain't making 2, it's making 4.
Okay.
So when I started researching more, what I started researching and learning myself went against my teaching, which gave the conflict.
Mm-hmm.
But then I start going with, okay, it has to work to make sense, not just make sense because I was told it makes sense.
Right.
And then when I start going that route, I started learning that I'm not really a democratic person. I don't want somebody telling, I don't want, like Apple, I don't want you to tell me this works for me because you say it works. I want it to work.
Right.
For me.
Right.
And when I start going that route, things started looking different. I had to work hard for what I had, but I started appreciating it more because I actually had to work for it.
Right, but and here's the thing. This isn't about safety nets, because I believe in safety nets. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But what we got is people that learn specifically how to manipulate safety nets, because this is what I said. The welfare thing should have been given to both to couples, not to single anybody's.
Yeah.
All right. If they wanted to really help the children, the welfare should have been given to couples. But they didn't give it to couples. They gave it to the single woman on purpose because they wanted her to destroy the family. They knew this. They knew that this was her true nature. We just didn't understand that.
And in a sense, that just justified and okayed her sitting on the system.
Right.
For generations.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, so you're giving her outlay from taxpayers, and that man that she had the kid with, that child with, now he has to pay her out of his pocket and out of his tax at the same time.
Right.
And then he's called a deadbeat.
And she, even as she destroys, right, and even as she destroys the children,
she destroys him.
She destroys him, and she never gets the blame.
Nope. Nope.
They made
and
it.
That's not to say that. That's not to say that there are some males out there.
No. The males will always get the blame.
No, I'm saying. I realize there's some that won't take care of their families, but at the same time,
she picked them.
The right to make the choice to pick whatever she wants to procreate with.
Exactly. That's the point. She picked the dudes that did not want to take care of the family. She literally picked the dude that did not want to take care of the family. Literally.
And there's no accountability to the females who have all the power in these relationships for her choice.
Exactly. She literally picked the dude. Literally.
The only ones I would say that get a pass are the ones that are
right. Because that's the truth right there.
Yeah. Incest and rape. Well, incest is rape. So rape.
Yeah. Incest is.
And that's it.
Right. And so that's basically it. All right. But most children did not come from that situation.
No.
All right. The vast majority, remember, when I put up the thing, only 0.03% of abortions were due to rape.
So that's the same number for COVID-19.
All right. 0.03.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all, we are being bamboozled all the way around. All right. Seriously, we are being bamboozled all the way around. So brothers, wake up. All right. So I'm about to close this out. All right. So I'll holler at you a little later, brother.
All right, man. Right, thanks.
All right. But anyway, I'm about to close this out. So don't forget if you can donate. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. All right. Peace, love, and soul. I'm out. And hopefully next time somebody else will call in. All right. Peace.